Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we make your content workflow actually manageable. Today, I want to show you a super easy workflow for taking those long, dusty Zoom recordings and turning them into snackable, ready-to-post content without losing your mind. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the thought of trying to chop a 2-hour webinar into a week's worth of social media gold, just stick around because this is basically your new secret weapon. I remember the days when I spent literally hours manually clipping, editing, and scheduling pieces from my old Zoom calls. It was total chaos, hopping between 5 different platforms, trying to find highlights, and realizing I still had to make vertical cuts for TikTok and Instagram. Then I started using Vizard, and honestly, it completely flipped the entire editing process on its head for me. It's not just another basic editor, it's like having a creative assistant that finds the best moments for you, formats them, and even handles the scheduling. This saves you so much time and helps you stay consistent, which is really the only growth hack that matters in the long run. Let's break down how you get from raw Zoom footage to a posted clip in just a few simple steps. Step 1. Get your Zoom recording into a place where Vizard can access it, which could be an upload, a Google Drive link, or a direct import. If you have autosave turned on for your Zoom cloud recordings, you can simply export those files and drop them right into the tool. It really is that simple, and there are absolutely no weird workarounds or technical headaches to deal with. Step 2. Let the platform do what it does best, which is the heavy lifting of auto-editing your footage. The AI scans your long video and picks out the moments most likely to perform well, like high energy takes or interesting hooks. You don't have to manually scrub through 2 hours of content just to find the 3 golden minutes that matter. Vizard surfaces those highlights for you and even trims them into the perfect aspect ratios for every platform you use. That means square for Instagram, vertical for TikTok, and landscape for YouTube Shorts, all happening automatically. It's basically like hiring a video editor who already intuitively understands exactly what the algorithm wants. Now, you might be asking, isn't this just another repurposing tool? Not quite, and here's where Vizard really stands out. Many republishing tools are great for pushing a finished piece to multiple platforms, but they don't help with the actual creative work of finding the hooks. While other services are solid for distribution, they often require you to pre-edit the clips or set up a complex series of manual rules. Some of those other options also get incredibly expensive once you start adding more integrations or high-volume actions. With Vizard, the finding and editing step is fully automated and optimized specifically for virality. This means you aren't just spamming the same long video across different channels, you're creating high-performing micro-content. Step 3 is all about the scheduling piece, and trust me, their auto-schedule function is a total lifesaver. You pick your posting frequency, maybe 3 clips a week, or a daily post if you're feeling ambitious, and the tool handles the rest. It publishes according to the cadence you set, so you don't have to manually babysit a calendar or upload files every single morning. This auto-scheduling is far more flexible than the old manual model and helps you maintain a steady presence without burning out. I really need to mention the content calendar, because once you start producing clips, things can get messy really fast. Vizard gives you a central dashboard to see exactly what's scheduled, tweak your captions, and approve content before it goes live. This fixes that anxiety of accidentally posting the wrong thing or missing a brand safety check. It's also amazing for working with a team because you can hand off approvals, adjust times, or add custom captions with drag and drop ease. Everything stays in one convenient dashboard instead of being scattered across a dozen different apps. Let me give you a concrete example. Imagine you host a 90-minute Zoom webinar. The tool will analyze that entire file, tag potential clips, and create maybe 10 to 15 shortcuts that highlight different points. We are talking about quick tips, punchy quotes, funny moments, or even those surprising insights that people love to share. You can preview them, make tiny edits if you want, choose your thumbnails, and let the scheduler push them out over the next 2 weeks. Comparatively, with a manual workflow, you'd spend half a day or more just doing that initial slicing work. Look, I am not knocking distribution platforms entirely, because if your sole need is just pushing what you already have everywhere, they work fine. But the real problem creators face is, where do the clips come from in the first place? If you are exporting raw files and slicing them manually, you're wasting creative energy and precious time. Vizard fills that critical gap. It's the bridge between your long-form recordings and consistent short-form content. There is also the cost angle to consider. Some services charge based on destinations or uploads, which gets annoying fast when you want to scale. Vizard's approach is built for scaling simply because you extract more value out of each session. That efficiency often makes it much cheaper in practice because you're spending less labor time and getting more output. A couple of tips to make this flow even smoother. 1. Always name your Zoom recording something descriptive right after the call. It saves you so much time when you're processing big batches of content later on. 2. Before you upload, trim any long intros or dead air if you really want to prioritize the highlights. 3. Play with your posting frequency depending on your audience and your goals. If you are building from zero, start with a higher cadence to test what sticks, then slow down to a steady rhythm. And for teams, if you have co-hosts or guests, Vizard makes it easy to tag who is speaking and repurpose clips around different voices. That is super helpful when you are trying to create a diverse content mix from just one session. For solo creators, the auto editing is basically a time multiplier. For teams, it's a full-on content assembly line. Before I wrap this up, I want to address a common worry. Will auto-edited clips feel robotic or generic? Short answer, not necessarily. The algorithms prioritize moments with strong audio cues, energetic delivery, and clear hooks. But you should still glance through the clips and tweak captions or calls to action so they sound like you. The goal is to automate the heavy lifting, not to remove your personality. So yeah, the whole thing in a nutshell. Upload, let the auto editing do the work, use the calendar to organize, and auto schedule to post. It is simple, but it really changes the game for creators who want growth without the burnout. If you like this breakdown, please hit that like button and subscribe for more practical content workflows. Drop any questions in the comments because I actually read them. If you are experimenting with long form to short form repurposing, tell me what parts feel hardest for you. I will try to cover those pain points in another video, so thanks for watching and happy creating.